context on all of this, we're joined now by cryptocurrency analyst Wendy O. She covers crypto and NFTs for her nearly 1 million followers. Thanks for joining us. But before we begin, we should flag that you yourself own cryptocurrency, just for full disclosure. I know, Wendy O, in your analysis and reporting, you focus on information for retail investors. So what does this mean for the little guy investing in cryptocurrency or thinking of jumping in?
So it was actually a very massive announcement. And the good thing and the positive thing about that is taxpayer dollars will not be used to add these assets to these reserves or stockpiles, meaning that the assets that the U.S. government already has that they have confiscated will be used, and taxpayers do not have to foot the bill. And that's a great, great, great news for retail because we're not footing the bill like we have done in the past.
And so what do you think the Trump administration hopes to accomplish in setting out the strategic reserve?
I think that they want to accomplish a solid asset such as Bitcoin that they can hold on to that will accumulate wealth, accumulate value, and hopefully make America a better place for our children and for the future. The previous administration was selling Bitcoin that was seized from various acts that were done. And instead of doing that, they should have analyzed and projected to see if it would have been worth holding or getting rid of. And instead, they decided to sell it. And it was a massive mistake, in my personal opinion, because Bitcoin is a great store of value.
Is there any way, do you think, sorry to interrupt, is there any way that it might backfire at all, this strategy?
I personally don't think it will backfire because we're not talking about using taxpayer dollars or using any type of government money to acquire more Bitcoin or to acquire more digital assets. We're simply taking the asset that has been confiscated for wrong behavior and then putting it in a reserve and essentially holding on to it. So there's really no negative by doing this.
And so many of the cryptocurrency executives that we saw photographed earlier at the White House invested heavily in the last election, hoping to turn the tide on government regulation on crypto. What will you be watching from this administration and Congress in terms of regulation?
I'm actually very excited. We have a pro-crypto president, a pro-crypto Congress, pro-crypto SEC, pro-crypto CFTC. They're all very much pro-innovation. So I'm just looking forward, and I'm hoping that they will continue to keep their promises. So far, all of the promises Trump has made regarding crypto and Bitcoin has been kept. But my biggest concern is focusing on retail investors and hopefully abolishing the accredited investor law so retail has an equal seat at the table.
But in terms of regulation?
Yes, in terms of regulation, I hope that they do remove the accredited investor law because crypto and Bitcoin was created for the people, by the people, and it essentially allows everybody, regardless of your background, to have a level or to have equal access to participate in a true decentralized economy, have access